Welcome, friends. Today, we're doing another live stream. Outrageous. That is right, friends. Once again, I have returned to you with a motherfucking live stream. Welcome A, welcome Dropout, and welcome Christina. How are we? I am fantastic, and I am doing really well. I've had a busy day. I went to meet my friend. We went for steak. It was very tasty, and I have just finished eating my dinner, which was a bowl of soup, homemade. Very nice. Now I'm here to talk to you. I did, however, drop a little bread into said soup, and there was a disproportionate splash, and it went fucking everywhere. It went all over my phone, it went over my t-shirt, it went over my pants. I looked like I fucking spaffed on myself. Just a generally disgraceful scene, if you want the truth, but there we are. I shall have to learn how to hold my bread in future. How are you all? I hope you are well. I'm good. I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling a bit better. I've got a couple of days of antibiotics and steroids left, so that's fun. Today I wore my vintage Fahrenheit. One moment, please. I will show you it. I was going to go for something more... ambery. Something a bit more like... I was going to go for something a bit more like... Tobacco Oud. Or... Ambra Sultan. But I didn't. I went for the old Fahrenheit. And it's fantastic. Dura Rose has been in touch to say that the original Fahrenheit formula is 20% ISOE Super, which I can believe, because ISOE Super is a fragrance that gives throw. And this fragrance throws like you wouldn't believe. So, I might wear Fahrenheit Absolute tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? Welcome, Zhao. How now? DMS. Enrique. DMS is steak and soup. Yes, but not at the same time. Not at the same time. And it was my friend's birthday, so I bought steak. And it was tasty. What did I get? I got a Black Angus rump, maybe? It was very nice. I think I prefer something a bit more lean, if I'm being honest. I'm not a massive fan of the old fat as I am. Not a huge fan of the old fat in a steak. Good evening, Dushan. Tim Wilcox. Juro. Dropout is wearing Gucci Guilty Absolute. Welcome to Descend into the Absurd. Nippy down in Derby where I am. Hope you're well. It's fucking cold up here as well today. Me and Richie G were having a great conversation with this guy. We were window shopping. We were looking at watches. And we went in just to have a look at stuff. I'm not buying anything. I just wanted to have a look and try stuff on, see how the other half live. And the guy was like, there was a guy outside and we got talking to him for about 20 minutes. He was a lovely fella. A really lovely fella. He was a mechanical engineer. He was telling us about the watches he'd got. and stuff he was looking at, and at the end I just had to say, look, I'm not again, it's too cold. It was fucking freezing. It was absolutely stone cold. Yeah, buddy. He is wearing Passage d'Enfer. Mitch, did you ever try Agent Provocateur? No. Giro is wearing Queer Canage. I thought about wearing that today. Fahrenheit layered with soup. It was duck layered with soup today. I was just covered in it. Like, I was like, what? How? Honestly, it wasn't a very big bit of bread, and it just landed in the soup, and I was like, whoa. And then all of a sudden, I was like, there was soup everywhere. I was like, how the fuck? So I like wash it off. It was ridiculous. Welcome, Pradeep. Enrique is wearing Costume National Homme Parfum. I will not trade you the Fahrenheit fuel. Happy Monday, Shelby. Good evening, Manly Sense. Spy and Mash, welcome. Someone mentioned Derby. Rich, get your bottle out. I do have a bottle of Derby, of Derbyshire. Divine is sat indoors wearing Oud for Happiness. Smelled that today. I was suitably unimpressed. A bit shit, if I'm honest. Smelled Oud for Greatness, Oud for Happiness. Side effects, all crap, I'm afraid. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Bilbo, welcome. You did not like Fougere d'Argent, probably because of the Aki Gallowad note. Yeah, it was an Amberwood Aki Gallowad thing. You know, it was that kind of combination of evil that overtook proceedings, which I couldn't deal with. It was awful. Frank says he is wearing a Ventus and would like me to bite him. PK is wearing Santos. I'm wearing Incense Avignon, says Tim. Incense for the win, says he. Christina is wearing Fleur de Peau. Not any Monday, Blue Monday. Oh, it's today Blue Monday, is it? I had a great day. It was fun. Oud for Happiness is one of my favourite scents to wind down with, just to chill indoors. I get bad sillage, but no longevity. Smells mainly of licorice and ginger. Very smooth, sweet, fresh, citrusy type scent. I got a whopping great amberwood. Product was wearing Tonka Imperial. I tried Rose Bar and Fève Gourmand today by Guerlain, and I thought they were both crap. Rose Bar was marginally better, but to me it smells like Oud Satin Mood, just a little bit less thick. Well, considerably less thick, actually. I just thought it was naff. Do you know what I mean? I just thought it was shit. It's total crap. Like, what's the point? I thought Fève Gourmand was a write-off too. Like, what's the point in that fragrance? I don't know what the theory is behind Guerlain releasing all these different perfumes. Like, I don't know what their end goal is. I don't know what they're thinking. Stuart Mabe, how are you? Did you get your parcel? I'm assuming you did. I haven't checked the tracking. I've got the receipt there. Tell me what you think. I'm intrigued to know. Yes, I emailed you this afternoon. Oh. Did I get one? I did not get an email from you, sir. Oh. Yes, I did. I've found concentrate is awesome well with the weight. It's feeling ideal. What? Outrageous behaviour. Yes, there's a fucking... Yeah, there's a few of them I would take if they're full. There's a few of them I would take if that's the price. Thank you. I didn't know you'd emailed us. Or I'd emailed you straight back. It went to my spam folder for some reason. I think half of those Guerlains are renamed releases. Got them all in the same bottle line. How is Vanilla Sex? Pretty vanilla. It's all right. It's decent. It's not great. You know. It has musks. Not sure on the amber wood part. It might have been a different one that I was taken aback with. Side effect wasn't for me. I got ooh for greatness, but seldom wear it. Jiraja is wearing Aromatics Elixir. I've been having too much choice paralysis, ending up wearing something more mundane. Yeah. It has musks. Welcome, MJ. Scent of the day is Pour Monsieur Concentré. Nice. Yes, I think I emailed you from my other email address by mistake. Okay. When will you be going back to that place, Stuart Mib? Do they have any boxes? Do you have any pictures? Hola, Rich. Scent of the day is Javanese Patchouli, says James. Welcome, DJ. Did you get the drop with Super Siam? Yes, I did. And I will return some Pavarotti to you when I open my next bottle, which may be a few weeks, but don't let me forget. Oh, dear. Fiori di Ambra by Profumum. I tried that one. It's a little bit smoky. Very interested to try that one. I have a sample of Ambra Aurea, says I bet Zhao's tried it. Oh, there he is. What a fantastic fragrance. Yes, he has. Angelos Irida Extra today. I tested Oud Mineral at Frankfurt duty free. Absolutely rotten Cologne Oud seaweed mess. I tried it. I thought it was all right. It's nothing I would ever buy. But I thought it was like standard designer perfume. It's not as nice. It is nice, not as sweet as Amber Aurea. Welcome, Roshan. I am feeling better, thank you all. I'm at the hospital tomorrow, and I don't know why. I was complaining about this to a couple of people today. I have a hospital appointment, and I do not have a clue why they have summoned me. It's not my usual department, but they are adamant they want to see us, and that I am going tomorrow at 11:20. So I hope they're not gonna steal anything. Oh, that smells. I might wear that tomorrow to the hospital just because they've inconvenienced me. To be fair, it's probably something I've asked for and totally forgot about. That is something I do. It is a proper outrageous fragrance, that patchouli and oak moss. It's a proper smoker's perfume, you know. You want to preserve your DNA for posterity? I should hope so. I should fucking well hope so. Why have I just thrown that on the floor? Apparently I'm just throwing things around today, you know. Apparently that is just the way they will harvest a kidney. Do you know what it is? That is exactly what Pradeep said. They want a kidney. And I was like, I don't think they'd have my kidneys. Although my kidneys will be clean as fuck because of the amount of water I drink. So maybe they do, but I do take a lot of medication. So maybe they would harvest it and they'd be like, oh no. I imagine it would glow in the dark, my kidney. But there we are. Have you ever heard of Balafra? Ever heard of and tried Balafra from Lancome? I have both heard of and tried. No, I've tried Balafra Brun. I've got a mini of the Brun, which I bought off Sunny. So that's good, you know. I have a mini of the Brun, and it's all right. It's not something I'm looking to buy. Stephen Tampton, my lord, how are you? I hope you're well. Oh, me and Richie J are plotting a trip to Manchester to go perfume shopping. Probably not going to buy anything, but we could certainly have a look. Have you tried the Argos samples? Ramley already reviewed one of them. No, I haven't. I'm midway through Darren Allen, who commented on the video. If you go to part 2, because my phone decided that it doesn't like making videos over 26 minutes long now, which doesn't bother me at all. That doesn't bother me in the slide. No, it was deeply upsetting. You know, I almost turned to violence because of that. That was pretty fucking rough. But Darren Allen made contact through a friend and was happy to hear me talking about them. And I said, no problem. I think he said firm but fair. And I was like, well, as long as it's fair, that's fine. So I'll tell you one of them. I don't understand it. I've talked to a few people and most of them don't agree. But there's one of them called Musk Moderne or Musk Moderna, and it smells like vintage Millésime Imperial. That's what it smells like to me. It's fucking lovely. I even put it on skin. So put it on skin and I was like, whoa. I was like, that's fancy, you know? So that one has stuck out so far. The other ones, I kind of feel they're a little bit derivative from like what else is out there at the minute. I really might wear Au Noir tomorrow. Go and stink in a curry. The other ones kind of feel like derivative might be the wrong word. He swears blind he hasn't smelled any of the perfumes I mentioned. But I get major crossover. But the ingredients and the blending, I'm happy to fucking report to you, I can tell you this. I was scared, as I am almost always when I go into indie territory, that I'm gonna... Holy Jesus, Fahrenheit is 168 for 100 mil. Welcome, Maverick. That is a quite outrageous statement. What do you mean 160 for 100 mil? What, like at retail? Maverick Buckley bowling through the door with terrible news. It can't be 180, 68 quid. Yeah, the Egoist Cologne concentrate is fabulous, isn't it, Stuart? It's absolutely glorious. It is almost boozy at the start. I noticed that as well. I wore my bottle the other day. 149.95 for 100 mil at retail. That's silly. For a bottle of Fahrenheit. I paid 200 quid for a 200 mil, me. Of the vintage. Have you tried the Argos Samus Fiore d'Ambra? Was my first Profumum Roma fragrance, being the reason why I love that brand, says Joe. Look over here of trying any Balafra. Hey, my Vu. Finally catching your live early. How are you doing? I'm okay, thanks. How are you? Tomorrow, if needs be, there will be no boxes. That's fine. They're all testers. Most, if not all, are fit 95 to 100% full. She has more than I haven't seen. So keep sending us lists. Keep sending me lists. If you send us a list, I'll be able to ping you the money over and just buy them, mate. If you can get pictures of them as well before you buy them. So I know what I'm getting, and then I'm happy to see what's there. Doctor, a spray of that Fahrenheit and see if the gorgeous nutmeg is very pronounced. I wore it today. Do I get the nutmeg? No. I get something a little bit spicy in there. There is something a little bit vintage spice in there. Planning to sample a full range from Profumum. It's 44 perfumes or so, says Shelby. Yeah, it's a lot. Like, that Bogner is similar. That bottle is similar to That Bogner is similar to bottle. That sounds interesting, as I do find the Ambra Oreo to just be a little too sweet to wear. Ambra Oreo is the one. I like Ambra Oreo. I've thought about buying it many times, but pulled back. I look forward to the next steroid in the buttocks. What, for you or me? It is well worth the journey, in my opinion. Jonesy, get out there and chop some more wood, says Bob. Ambra Oreo is a masterpiece, but Fiore di Ambra will always have a special place. Anyone tried Tuscan Leather Intense, my most recent purchase? I'm not sure how I feel about it. I wasn't a fan. I think that you'd be better off getting a vintage version of the original. That's kind of how I feel about it. Someone commented on one of the videos that Ambra Oreo used to be less vanillic than the current one. I thought Performing Aroma didn't do reformulations. Yeah, they all have to. The Egoist Cologne Concentrate is amazing. Can't say, just somebody's opinion. Never smelled older Ambra Oreo. Ambra Oreo was a tad more gourmand leaning than I thought it would be. Also is nice. It dethroned feeling Agile for me. Good lord. What do you think of Paco Energy? Pass. I loved it, but I think they've completely stopped it. Yeah, it's horrible when they take away your perfumes. Welcome, Duncan. Fumidis is a Profuma I gotta try. I loved also everyone around me sounded like I smelled like a walking pepper grinder. Also is a fantastic resinous incense piney fragrance. I agree. It's brilliant. I love it. Sweet. Fahrenheit is £144.50 for a 200ml at Notino. No need to pay more for 100ml, says Tim Wilcox. It's a lot of money for a Fahrenheit, though, isn't it? You better, like 200ml, you better be sure you're going to wear that. Yeah, I have a 2014 Tuscan Leather, and I prefer that. I've got a 2013, and I've got a 2016, and they're both great. Very not worth it, just a refined black Afghano. I want an also candle to smell like a country home. There is a pine candle by Diptyque called Sapan, which is fantastic. But it's a bit more, what's it like? Do I want to say incensey? It's got that kind of clear your airways vibe going on, you know. Richard, 100ml bally masculine based on written reviews and the folks who wrote them. Hope it's the bee's knees. I bet that cost you a bit. Where did you find it? It's an outrageous find, mate. I think you'll really like it. I'd be surprised if you didn't. My Giorgio Beverly Hills is hiding it. You can't have that. There it is. I have a message from Eugene. What a delightful surprise. I'm not listening to it on stream, though. That's a private conversation. But I will listen to it after the stream. Maybe when I go to the bathroom. Welcome, Eugene. Lick the stream, says Eugene. Interesting indeed. I've never tried Black Afghano, so may sample. Rasas La Yucca Wham from 5 years ago. La Yucca Wham is more Tuscan Leather than Tuscan Leather is now. Tuscan Leather's been thinned out massively. Rich, what do you reckon Hannibal Lecter would wear? Something refined, something, I want to say irisy, because he's like a doctor. Something intelligent. Yeah. It's a good question. How did you find the Parfum d'Empire candle, Mitch? I really like the incense one, and I want to try the amber one again, mate. Also, I've made a purchase this weekend I want to tell you about. Fahrenheit price hike, that's brutal, says Frank. I have a mini of the first version of Fahrenheit. It's certainly interesting, but I get a headache from it. What's she reckon Hannibal Lecter would... I was talking to Richie J about Hannibal Lecter today. The guy we were talking about, we had a great conversation with, he was really nice. And I wish I could continue the conversation with him, but it was so bitingly fucking cold. This man was wearing a long coat and gloves, right? And I was wearing a jumper, just a woolly jumper. Richie G had a hat and a coat on. Honestly, if I had my time again, I would have said, "Look, mate, I'm really enjoying talking to you. Is there any chance you want to come for a cup of tea with me and my friend?" You know, and that would have been fun. But Richie J said after he left, I was like, "Yeah, that was a dead nice guy," and he was like, "Yeah, he looked a little bit like Hannibal Lecter. You know, he had that kind of vibe, very intelligent, very well put together. You know." Full transparency, please. What's Eugene's message? No transparency. French lover, bigoted, concentrate, Paul. Are all flankers. What's Paul a flanker of? Like Afghano is basically a heavy vet of a sin. Almost like Encre Noir concentrate. I've never thought of it like that before. All original top fours have been watered down beyond recognition. Absolutely they have. Welcome Pat Lester, Vinny Havan in this freezing below temperatures, and that brings me on to my purchase. I purchased the Vinny Havan Extra off a friend. I don't know if anybody remembers Benji. Benji, who comments on the channel every once in a while. He is selling off some of his collection, and he was selling the Vinny Havan Extra at about 30% off, I want to say. So I paid about 60 quid for it. It usually goes for 90. So I was like, let me buy that, because I did want to buy it. So I've got the Extra now. So that's my third purchase of the year. New Hermes Oud? No, I haven't bought that. I'm not buying that. Fuck that. It's going to have to be pretty fucking spectacular, lads. And lasses. Especially the lasses. I just wear my modern Fahrenheit. Prefer vintage violet leaf, but hey. Don't get eaten, I'll try. Top notes of fava beans. The heart of Chianti. The base of liver. Duchamp has a list of 20-something fragrances, but the ones I want to have is Sap or Amouage Silver Oud, Jersey, Pantheon Roma, Les Eaux Primordiales Mécaniques Intuitif, Sergio Via Cavo 1, and Oud Maracuya. Swapping Eau Sauvage Parfum for Descendre, says Duncan. It's interesting. Next thing you know, he is roasting duck. He better not be roasting duck. I feel like Paul is a huge attention getter. Yes, it is. Happy MLK, everyone. I don't know what that means. Center of the day is Holston. Modern Fahrenheit's fabulous, says Bob. Here you got Ebony, my top 3 Hermes Essence. I love it, it's spaced out. Stuart Maber's wearing Amber Supreme. I thought about that today, thanks to your sample set. It's good. I'm happy. That wasn't all of the fragrances, but it was just the ones that I like. I knew I didn't like, or well, it basically was all of them actually, because the only ones I kept were ones I had doubles of. They're good size samples as well, aren't they? They're like 3 ml samples. That is the way. Mouthwash, Geranium Pour Monsieur, Portrait of the Lady, The Night. On YouTube, The Ultimate Creative Freedom and Perfume, Scent World, episode 28, Portrait of a Lady has Geranium Pour On, Skeleton, says Frank. Jean-Claude Eleanor rolling in his grass doubly leather bed, Hermes doing an oud. You'll not be very happy. Is it Martin Luther King Day? I know MLK, I just didn't know that Martin Luther King had a day, and I didn't know that it was a holiday. Martin Luther King is a particular hero of mine. I think he was better than Gandhi. Sorry, Pradu. I think he was better than all of these other so-called freedom fighters, and because he never took up violence, completely rejected it. A very brave and intelligent man. And like all brave and intelligent men, he was killed for being brave and intelligent. Gandhi is a perv. Yes. Says Brody. Yes, that is kind of the problem. It's true. International Donut Day. I actually had a donut as well. Everyone likes Gandhi except us Indians, says A. Frederick called caramel flour a rocket. I can see it. It's a super expensive Ferrari or some well-crafted machines. No, I don't like it. Hello, Flavor Sauce. You are wearing Miskio Pistol. MLK is the creator of donuts. Super Jacob says imminent release of Les exclusive. Is this true? Yes, it's called Comet. Is he a footballer? What? Thought of wearing Gallo. Went with Brynda Reglisse, says Eugene. Oh, damn it, I was hoping he didn't know who MLK was. I was about to pull him by the leg, says Divine. To this knows the big difference for new versus vintage Fahrenheit is the hairy florals were more balanced by that gasoline farmer accord. Newer version just doesn't do that as well. If you want that version, if you want that violet leaf, right, get you Ostend's Impression Cedarwood Hot. It's a completely different fragrance, but it has that incredible violet leaf note. Welcome, Fragrance Journey. I must say you are one of the goats, he says. I must say you are one of the goats. The goatist. Can you be the goatist? I reckon you can. And if you could, you would be the goatist. Eugene, how long did Brynda Reglisse last on you? More than 30 minutes? I liked Brynda Reglisse. But I did find it weak sauce. I must admit, it was weak sauce. Should wear Igor Ebony. Has the oud from Michel's but oud bergamot and leather from Cuyagonge, says Frank. Yeah, good sample size. Tried Vanilla Havana, Patchouli Noisette as well. Both very good, but not bottle worthy. Not yet, anyway. Stick with Vanilla Havana. It will do bits on your skin. It will do bits on your skin. And you will appreciate it more. I mean, to be fair, you might not. I've said that. You might not. You might think it's shit. Your weak sauce, duck sauce. Shut up, Lily. Fight me. Where was I? Lily's coming and just bashed us over the head. Yeah, I really liked Vanilla Van. Little boozy, little chocolatey, little vanillic, fantastic perfume. I tried Amouage King Blue this weekend, and what a disappointment. A fecal oud in the opening, that last 10-minute max, and then I got a very sweet, fruity scent. Did not smell like Amouage, if that makes sense. Interesting. Amouage, yeah, they've got a very particular, well, they used to have a very particular type of fragrance about them. They got Ebony released soon as Eleanor retired, says Frank. Gandhi wasn't too kind to his own family, allegedly. He wasn't too kind to anybody. He was very, very good at telling other people what to do, though. Martin Luther King remains undefeated, in my opinion. A truly great man. When is the new Chanel Les exclusive coming out? Eugene. Yeah, apparently I'm not Eugene, but apparently the new one is coming out in February or March. It's not long. And it's called Comet, or Comet. And the new Creed is coming out, and it's called Queen of Silk, or Queef in Milk, as I like to say. I don't like saying it, but I will say it. Exact opposite for me. Sweet fruity opening, and offensively developing oud as it dries. Ooh. Offensively developing oud. Yeah, King Blue is bubblegum oud for me too. Don't like it, says Dropper. You shut up, Lily. Contrary to what Eugene and Galen claim, I find Bryn very weak. I didn't find it very weak, but I did find it weaker than most of the Hermes Essence, and then none of them are truly massive. Vetiver Tonka lasts a decent amount of time, Amber Nargile lasts a decent amount of time. Santal Messiah's got such shocking projection. Absolutely terrible. Even Paprika Brazil with the big iris in it. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It doesn't kick on. It doesn't give power, craft, strength. That strength was poor, sorry. But it doesn't give any of that sort of venom, you know? Surprised how much I like Guerlain's Heritage this season. That patchouli and sandalwood punch is addictive. Throw a lavender in there and it'd be fucking immense. Cuir d'Orange loves my skin. It lasts for a long while. Cuir d'Orange projects a lot from me. It's kind of live fast, die young. It smells really strong on us, and I can really smell it all the time when I'm wearing it. But then it sort of dies off and it goes away and stays away. Excuse me. I'm hydrating like fuck. I had a steak. Steak always makes us thirsty. Could be all the chewing, you know. You know I was going to check something there. Where are we? Rich, what do you think about Eden? Pass. Pass. Getting my 3 new Nishanes this Friday. I'm glad they're finally arriving. That has been a while, has it not? Is the diptyque candle worth it, says Christina. Does the smell last after it stops burning? The smell starts before you start burning it. You don't need to burn it. There's plenty of people who just get their diptyque candles, take the lids off, and then just let them out into the wild and just let them sit there and not burn them, basically. Where's mine? There it is. I'm staring straight at it. Here's mine. Oops. There you go. Cuir d'Orange is magical, says Zhao. Rich calls Super Dig up now and ask him what the Chanel smells like. Apparently it's a heliotrope perfume. I don't think I'm going to like that one. To be fair, I'm not a massive fan of the Chanel Les Exclusives. I'm not a massive fan of them whatsoever. I like Coromandel and Sycamore. I like Boy, but I wouldn't buy it because it's too weak. Cuir de Russie, I've got me vintage, but I wouldn't own the EDP. It's just not. I wouldn't. The rest of them, I'm just not that keen on. I think they're really, really weak. I think they're a bit boring, to be honest with you. If you want the truth. Does it last for a while? Does what last for a while? What lasts for a while? My view. You don't like Sycamore EDP? Stop lying. Sell it, says Rudy. If I ever come to sell it, I will sell it to Rudy. You never know. By the end of this season, I might be prepared to let it go. I don't know. It's right at the back now, though. It's a dark, woody EDT type thing. I should sell it. Maybe not. If I do, I'll tell Rudy first. Don't worry, mate. What is up? What is up, Rich? Rich is stuffed. I've had steak today, and I have had a big bowl of homemade soup. So I'm stuffed, which means I'm happy, you know. How are you? Maverick says, Mitch and chat, may I ask for a suggestion for a scent that's refreshing and energetic, sharp and businessy for a man? Refreshing and energetic. All of my refreshing and energetic fragrances are put away for the autumn and winter time. Stuffed? Pause. Yes, I must not eat any further. I've eaten enough for today. The Candle. My first experience with Coro EDP, and I love it. Imagine my shock when I saw people were bashing the EDP version. I'm so intrigued. Stuffed duck. The Candle. So the Candle, all right, lasts for ages. You know, it's this one especially is very potent. The patchouli one's really potent. Oh, that didn't sound good. The patchouli one's really potent. What else? The vetiver one's really potent and really nice, but it's a little bit creamy. It's a creamy vetiver rather than a dark smoky one. Yes, it is potent and it does last for a while. Your house will smell. I don't know if you've got pets, but they would be extremely upset by the stench of a potent candle. Or incense sticks. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Queer Dawn has heliotrope. Yeah, I'm not big on heliotrope, to be honest with you. Platinum Egoist. I'm not a fan of Platinum Egoist. Depends on me to say it, but Michelef's G and tonic is good for that. You could go Lauder for Men. Estee Lauder for Men. That's a pretty sharp, excuse me, sharp, snazzy kind of perfume. Original Vetiver by Creed. Trying to think. Would that candle have tunneled by now if I didn't tell you to foil it? We'll never know. I'll foil you, Lily. Only the pot of Queer de Russie cooked by Ernest Bow in 1927 is good. Everything after is reformulated and not good, says Brody. Impish Brody. I had like 10 different types of steak and lamb yesterday. I wore juke jump. Good grief. All that meat. I'd say my top ideas are M. Michelef, Jane Tonic, and Thamine Fanfare. After that, maybe Gentle Fluidity Silver and Elysium. Coromandel reminds me of Lidge. Coromandel reminds me of Prada Ramble Woman, says Galfar. Welcome, Galfar. The Mistral soap I bought yesterday is as strong as some EDTs. Diptyque candles do last a long time, says Frank. Trying to burn through my feu de bois. That's a potent one. And move on to Trudon. It's a smoky pine there, isn't it? I've got one. I barely ever use it. Smells like the house is on fire. That candle of tunnel, if there was a candle that smelled of chicken, my cats would go nuts. Agua de Palma Colonia Futura, says Zhao. Yes, that's a good one as well. I like that stuff. The Devil Sent Me, welcome. Epstein by Parfums de Marley. Yikes. Silver Mountain Water. Silver Mountain Water I'm not a fan of. The black currant note in it tends to, like the Cassis black currant tends to turn a bit rancid, which is upsetting. you know. So I don't particularly wear it that much. Busy on stream tonight, says Stuart. Yes, that's right. 61 people. I think the most I've ever had's been like 70, 73. If you would like to like the stream, friends, please be my guest. Do your new look is like an incense soda plus detergent? Oh no. Yeah, Pradeep smelled it. Yes, Pradeep, tell us all about it. I used to burn lots of incense at some point in my life. Don't think I'm going to burn it ever again. It was a dark period and the smell now reminds me of death. Yikes. You can't do that. You can't associate stuff. That's why I don't wear my favourite perfumes around certain times, you know, because you can link it and it'll take you straight back to that time, you know. It's kind of yikes. Emma's Voyage is another one. Did you get Darren Allen's complete discovery set, says Pat? And if so, how many fragrances does he have in his collection? I got the complete one with 14. No, that's a lie. I got the complete one to the point where he had 11. There are 3 that he's released since the sample set came out, or the one that Michael Harness sent me. And one of them is Dorian's Fougere, which I'm upset that I've missed out on, but that's life. The sample set giveth, and the sample set taketh away. So, excuse me. So I have had bad luck in that instance, but I'm still enjoying them. The 4 that I tried the other day were actually quite good. Like, especially that Musk Moderne, that would be a lovely summer, late spring, all the way through to late August kind of perfume, you know. Yeah, Musk for a while turns into cat piss after a while on me. Says, piss for a while, eh? Nightmare. Go to Darren Allen website for the best info, says Duncan. Thinking of Devil's Share, says Supply and Demand. Maverick, Track, Beach Hut, Amouage. I've got all my spring and summer stuff in the other drawer, but I can't open it up without upsetting the display, you know. Isn't New Look just a remake, slightly different than Demaché? They'll make Kurdajan do that with all Demaché's creations. I don't know. Pradeep would be best. Apparently, it's an aldehydic, ambery incense, and Pradeep smelled it, so he'd probably be able to give a better. He'd probably be able to give a better indication, you know. Pradeep thinks it's quite different. Sebastian brings out a young guy every time he introduces a new brand, thinks Pradeep. Oh. I don't know what you're getting at. He's got Dahlia on his latest video, which is a welcome return. So, this Nargilate candle is potent, to be fair. Oh, Ramsey's just released a video, Amouage Memoir Man. I shall be watching that after the stream. Oh. Welcome, Frank. I loved his vintage haul with Dahlia. I can't do all the hide Sacred Scarab scared me. It's a bit of alliteration there. I like Sacred Scarab. It's a really nice perfume, but I can't see myself. I can't see myself. Can't see myself ever wearing it, to be honest. It's not my style, but I do like it. Peacock Balenciaga Pour Homme. Nice. I wore that yesterday. I don't want to say I wasn't feeling it because I love it. It's my favourite perfume, but I'm definitely loving me ambers at the minute. And me rounder, thicker, resinous stuff. Me darker stuff. You know? Rather than me mossy, patchouli, masculine, vintage-driven stuff. It's just what mood I'm in. It's just where I'm at. You know? I've got YSL Secret de Parfum incoming by Joran Ramsey's recommendation. I hope you will enjoy it. Sebastian is the GOAT. Mohammed Al-Muteri, welcome to you. I'm alright, thank you. I hope you're well. I wanted to ask you about Bally Masculine. I just got it, and I don't want to say that I'm disappointed, but it's not as good as I thought it would be. You should be able to sell that pretty easily, because it's a very in-demand fragrance. I really like it. But it's like a musky, it's a vintage, musky 80s kind of perfume, you know? Got that dry... Let me look up for a second. Let me smell. That'll probably be a better idea. Excuse me. Yeah, it's kind of like in that Calvin kind of ilk for me. It's like smack dab in the middle of the 80s. It's got a little bit of resin, a little bit spicy. A little bit green. You know? It's very 1980s. It's a little bit aromatic. A little bit leathery. You could try it. You've got options. You could just sell it if you weren't happy with it, or you could try and wrap your head around it. You could try and wear it a bit more often, and it'll depend as well what your what conditions you're wearing it under. You know, like if you're wearing it in a cold country like Britain, it'll probably do a lot better. If you're wearing it in a warmer place, you know, like, excuse me, like the southern states in America, or like Australia, or somewhere just where the weather's more clement, you might struggle a bit more with it. Where are we? Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Welcome, LSC Egerev. My view says, I haven't disliked any of the zoologist stuff. I respect them all. Maybe cow was a bit boring. That's it. I love cow. I wouldn't buy it or wear it, but like milky apple, it's very cowish, you know? Milk and apples. Oh, dear man, that's a nice businessy frag. Yeah, if you want something to wear in the office, dear man would be nice. We need more content, Rudy says, don't we? I'm going to buy more soaps with my frags. Thinking of Molten Brown next. I've got the vintage Cuir de Russie. It's very smoky. It's very smoky. If Rudy don't drop more content, I might get the delirium tremors. I need to try koala and more. So many perfumes. My list, I agree with Dunk. Dunk agrees with Germs. My list of samples I need to order is enough to buy a couple of full bottles, says yeah. New commandment, thou shalt wear your amber fragrances in the cold weather. Pronip says, I like cows. Yeah, I like cows as well. Cows are nice. I like steak, says Shelby. Yeah, I had a steak today. These two things are not mutually exclusive, you know. I can like steak and also be a fan of a cow. And I am a fan of both. Good cow, top meat. You know, we like a good cow. Oh, excuse me. I already camped out in front of Chanel. I don't know what and when the release schedule. As I open my sub box, I'm back with a hole of PR, says fucking Divine. I think I know who you mean. Is that the scented? Is that a hole of PR? I ain't yawning actually, I think she's sound. Oh, who's that? Never mind, I've mistook. Cryptomint versus Azaro Wild Mint. Did anybody watch Persila's stream today with Antoine Lee and Barbara Herman? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? Or interview something you want? Would you go to an interview if you found one? Or would you run away? Let me know. Leave a comment down below. Where do you all get your decants? I use Fragrance Samples UK, but that's how I got Vanilla Set. I wouldn't care. I went into the department store the other day and I was sitting talking to the Tom Ford sales associates and I said, oh, I've got a sample of, I've got a decant of Vanilla Sex, and they both looked at us at the same time and went, why didn't you bring it in? And I was like, well, I thought you would have smelled it. And they were like, no, we're always the last ones to smell everything. So I was quite surprised by that. So I wish I had took it in. I've also got Jubilation 40 and I have Lamal Elixir. Excuse me, whilst I hydrate. The amount of clone content is appalling, says Brody. It is. What's up, Supply? Good to see you doing. I'll make something soon. I'm just really busy. Buying decants is very addictive. Yes. I wonder how Eugene decides what to wear each day. I don't know, just whatever he fancies. Probably the same way everybody else does, to be fair. Just looks at his collection, decides what he wants, you know. I have a big backlog of Persilis. I love his random tangents. This is my view. I would love some cow roundabout now. Just can't eat it at the moment. Oh no. I saw the Byron perfumes in her hand and instantly checked out, says Divine. The amount of clone content is appalling. Yeah, I don't like clones. I'm sick. I'm absolutely fed up with them. Like, I can walk 6 miles to get some cigarettes or drive moderately icy roads. I think a lot for a risky drive. Yeah, you should be alright. Just don't drive very quickly. Is Lamal Elixir that good? I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. He still doesn't ship to USA since Brexit, says. Yeah, Brexit's fucked everything over here. I was talking about that with people today. Brexit hasn't been what everybody thought it was going to be. Well, what the people who voted for it was. I voted against it. I really didn't want to leave, but we're left. I would like to get that. I would like to get some decent trade deals done. You know, that would help. Instead of going on to World Trade Association fucking rules, which is 25% on everything. I think it's a lot, though. You know, and get some free trade deals done wouldn't be bad. Don't smell those, you will be sick again, says Dropout. Vanilla Sex smells like a granny driving her grandkid a vinyl, giving her grandkid a vinyl baby doll, and her white diamond-esque perfume had rubbed off on the clothes of the doll, says Lily, with a very particular description there. Divine, I use your top 2 already, says Frank. Only like Creed clones. Won't buy those or Creed for what it's worth. Yeah. Fragrance Apprentice says 1 million gold nude is the best release of last year. Oddly, I like designer oud, so I'm curious. I love George, but I couldn't disagree more. I can think of 10 better. You know, I bet I can think of 10 better, and you should get that video this week. I'm going to do a Darren Allen video again, or I might do my top 10 pickups of 2023 either tomorrow or Wednesday. I was going to do it at the back end of last week, but I started at Darren Allen's. I just don't want to do the top 10 of 2023 and the State of the Collection address videos too close together. But the top 10 is coming, and I'm worried I'm going to have to keep it short because of the way my phone's acting, which I'm not very impressed with. You know? Oh, Rianne. I might wear that to the hospital tomorrow. That would be good. That would be really good. I bet they'd really appreciate it. Clone content on TikTok is like a 24-hour infomercial. It's horrible to say the least. I will never, ever have TikTok. It is absolute fucking AIDS. I fucking hate it. It's so bad for you. I say that as I stream on YouTube, but you know what I mean. I think the question is, what are you looking for? I have different places for different things. I use Perfumery Air Quality for Christian samples, Clive Christian samples. I use Nose Jouvois and Quality for new releases. My decanter is Reddit Frag Decants, 21 days. And I also used to have a full bottle decanter. He might have retired. Regs, it sucks, should never have happened. I totally agree, Stuart. It's been a right pain in the fucking ass. It's what you get when you have a little bit too much nationalism. Feel the same with Bonds. We'll never buy a bottle of that terrible company. Yeah, they're awful. I wanted to try yes, I do know I've got a bottle of New Harlem there, but there's always one exception that proves the rule. I wanted to try Joram, but all their sample sets are sold out and they don't sell them individually. Is Joram the guy from Scotland? I always get him and Jeroboam mixed up. Yes, TikTok's perfume content are somehow so much worse than YouTube. Somehow, yes. I mean, TikTok's like a fucking, it's like hyper efficient, hyper distilled shitness in the content stakes. You know? It's awful stuff. People send me TikToks all the time. It's like, cheers for that. I can live with it if it's like a cat doing something silly, you know, or a dog. But when it's people doing something silly, I'm like, I'm not really arsed with this, you know. Or if somebody wants to send us like a video of a seal or a llama, I'm game for all of that kind of thing. Animal content, yes. Human content, no. No. Stuart says, I think I can guess your number one pick of 2023. You might be surprised. I have wobbled. I've been looking at it. Even there's 3 in the running for the top spot. And I thought about doing a couple of honourable mentions, but then I thought, well, it's not a fucking top 10 if there's more than 10, is it? You might as well say it's a top 12. So I'm going to keep it to 10, I think. I love George, but frequently disagreeing with him. Still there was long form stuff. Yep. George has really put a lot of time and effort in and deserves to be recognised for that. He emailed us over the weekend. He was watching the Newcastle game. He was like, what the hell's going on? I was like, mate, This is just incredibly Newcastle. In the long run, I bet you may think differently about Brexit, but as I don't like foreigners talking about American politics, I shouldn't put my stock in opinion. No, you can talk as much as you like, it's fine. You know? I don't mind if people have an opinion whatsoever. I think the thing with Brexit is that I think the European continent as an economic bloc and as a political bloc desperately needs reform. Desperately needs reform. It's a replay. I'll tell you what it is. It's a replaying of Henry VIII leaving the Catholic Church. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. I mean, it's almost 1-to-1, you know. I see some of the reasons for it. I'm not one of these fucking rabid lunatics who's like, Brexit this, Brexit that. If you voted for Brexit, you're stupid and I hate you and you shouldn't be allowed out the house. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I think. But I do think that it's being executed absolutely fucking terribly. I do think that we've harmed ourselves. It's like an act of self-immolation in a lot of ways. But I do think that after taking all these hits, we can build back. We can recover. It's just going to take a while. So maybe you're right, Duncan. Maybe you're right. I finally watched George's Addiction to Frags video. Amazing work. Never look at Frags the same again. Says, supply and demand, they're harvesting all your personal info. That's everybody, that. Whole damn planet screwed, and the EU ain't doing so hard either, in my opinion, says Duncan. Nope. Recent trends indicate that longer videos are gaining more popularity again, thank God. TikTok feels like a great opportunity to get an initial following onto YouTube and Instagram. I think I'll be forced to go on there. Don't do it, mate. You can do better. Maybe we all do. Make her want you top 10 complimented beast mode sexy clones. You haven't got the tits for it, mate. Agree with you on TikTok. It's absolute garbage, says Dinesberg. Yeah, it is. It's awful. Joram Studio Scotland, yes. TikTok is nice for dancers or some stupid shit, but it has its limits. I wonder who coined beast mode. Gamers. Almost certainly gamers. You need to really personify your TikTok front page, but specifically the perfume comments are nothing but bye. Yeah. Good point, says Captain Blimp. What does the duck plan to review next? Not sample, single fragrance, says PK. I was talking about one the other day and I've completely forgot what it was. Completely forgot what it was. Could be this. Narciso Rodriguez for him. A bloody good little perfume, this. It's smoky. People talk about that concrete vibe, and it is there. It is definitely there. I totally get it. Yeah, it was Volutes, you're right, Proddy, it was Volutes. But I could do both. There's no reason to say I couldn't do both. But this is... I might wear this tomorrow, actually. This is so much more smoky than what people give it credit for. So much more smoky than what people give it credit for. Beast mode sounds very juvenile. I feel silly every time I say it out loud. Yep. Anyone try Imaginary Author's whiff of waffle cone? I've heard it's very synthetic. My problem with Davos, at least pushing the world agenda on others, mostly made up of aristocracy, and the agenda is death. Yep. Boris Johnson and his dad. EU is worse. Look at Geert Wilders. Geert Wilders is not a great look. Why do all these fucking right-wing lunatics have mental hair? Has anybody seen the new president of fucking Argentina? Fucking state of him with these fucking sideburns, the mad fucker. It's 2024. Behave. You look like a fucking farmer gone wrong. I don't care if what he says is right. He just looks like a fucking tramp. Boris Johnson, right-wing nutcase, stupid hair. You know what I mean? Fuck him. And you've got the fucking left-wing fucking leaders with their fucking ultra-coiffed fucking hair, which is just as fucking bad, just totally the opposite. You know what I mean? You're allowed to have a hair out of place. It'll be fine, you know? Oh, fucking nutters. That's what's surrounded by fucking nutters. And it's always in the foot. We need a good bald leader. That's what we need. Someone with no fucking hair. I'll do it. A duck. Elect a duck. Whiff of waffle cone is a very synthetic gum. Oh, there we go. So that should be called imaginary fragrances. Ruby said the evaporation in a bottle after just days or weeks. I saw a post by Ashton the other day where he was complaining about the new refillable bottles. And I was like, well, it's very fucking convenient for them, isn't it? If their bottles evaporate, how happy? How happy? What a happy coincidence. But a bit of Bob Ross for you there. What a happy little accident that your perfume just evaporates up and gone like a fart in the wind, quite literally. You know, better buy another one. Scandalous bastards. I love them. Special place in my heart for that stuff. What we're talking about, James? Who we're talking about? People with silly hair. I can appreciate people. I can, like, you know, if you want to vote for silly hair, right? Vote for silly hair. It'd be like the, you know, you know, on Sebastian's channel where his little logos, like his hat, you just get like the outline of like someone's silly hair, you know. Bob Ross hair on more politicians might help. He got a perm. Yeah, I was a massive fan of his perm. Imaginary also quite popular. I feel they could have been a bit better and materials could have been a bit better, yeah. Thoughts on tempo? I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I think it's really, really like quite poor for what it is, you know? I think it's quite poor for what it is. Like, they could have used a much, much better patchouli. It feels like they picked one of the weakest, shittest, most boring patchoulis and combined it with other boring stuff. I wasn't a big fan, I've got to be honest. And it is quite popular, though. I may be in the minority there. The Jordan founder created a couple of nicer ones from the Neanderthal. I've tried those. I've got a... that's fair to him. Oh, Narcissus Rodriguez, definitely not politician. Yes, I've got you. The city on fire was memorable. Not bottle worthy, though. Yeah, such a good idea, but in man, execution, imaginary osmosis line, beast mode hair. That's Bob Ross. Top 5 fragrances for protoplasmic invertebrate jellies. I would wear one. That would get down to the beach, you know, get some motherfucking jellies, pick them out. You like the smell of this? What do you mean? I like Jeff Amazon. Yes, he's a fucking nutter. All these fucking tech bros who are worth more money than God. You know what I mean? Like, fucking everything's about money now. It's all fucking people care about. And people are like, oh, they put so much stock by people who have got loads of wealth. People are like, don't worry about it. Elon will save the world. Elon ain't saving shit. Fucking nutter. Jeff Bezos ain't saving shit. Bill Gates ain't saving fucking anything. They're saving themselves, bell ends. It's the same thing with everybody who's got that kind of money. Very adept at looking after themselves and no one else. Putin's fairly bald. Not sure we want him. Agreed. Fuck him as well. Hopefully he shuffles off this mortal coil sometime soon and all. Really quite a hideous human being, that fucker. I use the word human being very fucking... really reason enough to fucking hate the fucker. Putin's fairly bald. My balding friend showed me a study. Baldness is caused by high testosterone. It is caused by a reaction in your body to testosterone. That is true. I'm not sure if it's high testosterone in and of itself, but it is a reaction in the body to testosterone. You know? It's definitely a testosterone thing. It's like that line from Only Fools and Horses, isn't it? When someone's like, I'm 23 and I'm going bald. And then someone else says, that's meant to be a sign of something. And the kid turns around and says, yeah, it's a sign that I'm going fucking bald. You know what I mean? I was 19 when my hair started going. Absolutely ugly as fuck. Ugly. Ugly scenes going bald in your fucking teens, I can tell you. Studies have shown that most of the wars are caused by testosterone. True, that you don't even need a study to know that. Back in the 1980s, I heard kids in high school were close to going bald. Yeah, pain and suffering. That's what I thought about most diptyque stuff. Kind of boring. Yeah, I thought Oud Palau was a bit. I went off it. I really enjoyed it, and then I really went off it. I really like Volutes. I think Volutes is a top fragrance. It's fantastic. The Tam Dao's quite nice, but it's very bland. Like it's boring, but it's bland. Boring but bland. It's good. It's good quality, but it's bland. Vetiverio's good, but it's not a great fragrance. You know, when men were men in the 80s. World Economic Forum right now, says Pradeep. Be a shame if a bomb went off there, wouldn't it? Terrible. Studies have shown that most of the just a bunch of fucking wankers patting each other on the back saying, don't worry, even though we were bullied at school, we're in charge now. My 98-year-old aunt always compliments me when I wear tempo. Beautiful reason to wear it. Yeah, exactly, yes. Absolutely. Wear it for aunt. Jeffy literally looks like a dickhead, yes. My problem with Amazon is the US government subsidised the richest man on the planet. Yep. The fuck is going on there? Everything's backwards, man. Why not subsidise the postal system? Yeah. DHT, yes. Dior Homme, what does the T stand for? Oh, excuse me, lost our hydrate. It's our fault we've given the power. Yes, we press the buttons, don't we? We rely on them. Somebody should. The thing is, I keep talking, when I'm talking to like Ramsey and stuff about it, I talk about the lack of plurality. It's all well and good having these companies that are massive and they do right. Like, they make life easier. They make like the supply services, and it's funny and it's good and all of that kind of thing. But like, there's no plurality. There's no fucking choice. They're all the same fucking people. They're all the same company. It's like the monopolies are outrageous. It's madness. DHT is usually a byproduct of testosterone, though. It's our fault. DHT. Yes, I think people use HRT to treat male pattern baldness. Pass. I know you're not the biggest fan of the super animalic fragrances, but I got inspired by Ramsey's video on Veruc, an email Prim about possibility of buying the animal fur accord they use. Hope it works, says Science Bear. Fingers crossed. Duncan says, I have plenty of hair for 40. Must be a bit. Still fucking though. That's the main thing. Don't think so, Maya. I know HRT is used by folks at the gym to increase their T levels, thereby being able to put on more lean muscle mass. Does Putin rub testosterone on his scalp? Must have rubbed some fucking deadly nightshade on his scalp. Horrible man. My mum, who only uses oud wood, caught a sniff of tuberose criminal and asked me info to buy. She's truly a frag-headed hot. It's amazing what we'll give up for convenience. Absolutely. We are extremely lazy as humans. Are we not? I mean, I know I am. God. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, thanks for the info. Oh, I've had a good old day today. I had a happy time. Ate steak, had nachos, and then the steak, and then had a dessert, which I shouldn't have had, but I did have, and it was fucking lovely. Tell me if this is wrong. Sticky toffee pudding, right, with strawberry ice cream. That is not wrong. Not Naxos. Not Naxos. Not Naxos. Never Naxos. Not eating that shit. Kareem Ajibola Camille, welcome to you, sir. How are you? We're wearing Cedar Malaki by Chapard. Stuart has not had a good weekend. It is wrong. Lily, you are wrong. Shut up, Lily. It is not wrong. Sticky toffee pudding with strawberry ice cream is a delight, a rare treat. Absolutely phenomenal food, I can tell you. Only vanilla makes. Sounds interesting. I'd do cherry over strawberry about myself. Cherry ice cream, you say? Bitter. I like Black Forest Gatto. Have you ever had that? Do you like cheesecake? Not a massive cheesecake fan. I like the occasional bit of cheesecake. I find it very rich. You know? I get that kind of like, whoa. Like, don't get us wrong. If I was in the right place at the right time, or if I had like a feeling for it, if I was like, yes, I feel like some cheesecake today, I would eat it. But it's not my go-to. Sounds interesting. Yeah. It smelled incredible. Strawberry with sticky toffee pudding. I'd get Antoine Lee. If I was going to make a perfume, I'd get Antoine Lee to make myself a... Whew, that would be an outrageous gourmand. Strawberry sticky toffee pudding. Can you fucking imagine? I can. It did smell absolutely outrageous. Richie G was not impressed. He even texted his wife. He was like, look what this madman's doing. She was shook as well. Chocolate cake and milk best dessert. I like chocolate cake. Well, I used to have chocolate cake, put it in the microwave, right? Make it get hot and melt, all the goo, right? And then put ice cream on it. Like scoop ice cream on it. I can't imagine it selling. No. I think you're right, DMS. Peanut butter cheesecake, though. Good grief. That sounds alright. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm boring myself. I'll get a fucking cheesecake in a couple of hours and I will fucking enjoy it, says Shelby, who's not messing about. I've been known to put away half a sleeve of milk chocolate digestives. Half? Get a cup of tea and do the whole thing in. Lise says, do you know something similar to Chanel Egoist? GOF Trump sandalwood. I'll put it in the chat for you. It is almost 1-to-1. Not trumpet. Sandalwood cologne. Oof. I just got Cheesecake Factory banana cheesecake. I don't often eat sweets at like 1/3. Oof. I've had a trip to the A&E with acute tonsillitis with an abscess which was restricting airway. Large syringe required in throat to suck out the pus. Anyone top that? That sounds awesome. I bet the relief was incredible. I bet the relief was absolutely fucking incredible when it popped. You know, like when it all got lifted out. Did it not feel amazing? Sometimes I'll go down the rabbit hole and watch loads of videos like that on YouTube of like shit like that getting drained because I'm a horrible man. Do you know what I mean? I am an evil, evil man who will watch that shit on YouTube. It's just something... Oh, bet that smelled nice, says Silver Panther. Shelby says, next Tom Ford, cheesecake sex. Vanilla cheesecake. I wish he would start naming his stuff, like... Because, I mean, he's in his 60s now, Tom Ford, isn't he? Like, he strikes me as not being, like... Like, it's not very mature. Like, the names of his perfumes. I mean, fucking Fabulous is a great name for a perfume, I think. But Dr. Pimple Popper for the win. Yes, I like watching Dr. Pimple Popper, but she's too neat. Sometimes I just want to see somebody who's got like a staph infection in their elbow, and I just want to see a cut at one end of the arm and a cut at the other end of the arm, and then put a hose pipe in and just flush it out with water. You know what I mean? Oh, too neat. The Ferrier fixing infected hooves. I've seen that, yes. It's gaudy but hard to look away from. You ever seen them when they pop abscesses on cows? They just, or like when they let the gas out of the side of a cow with a screwdriver. They just stab it in the side. And then they light the gas coming out of the cow. Madness. It's put the syringe in the throat wrist in the top three most uncomfortable moments in my life. Good grief. I went to the loo and it's all gone strange cheesecake and throat syringes, says Tim. I need to go and dehydrate in a second. My best friend is a large animal vet. I can send some vids, says Silver Panther. Put them on YouTube, mate. YouTube shorts, YouTube things, you'll make a fortune. People fucking love that shit. Nocturnal Animals by Tom Ford is an amazing movie. I've heard that before. I have heard that before. Ooh. Friends, if you would like to like the stream, it would be most appreciated. I would like it if I were you, but I'm not. I'm going to dehydrate. I'll be back in a minute. Please bear with. Bear with. You know, I have done something very silly. Very silly indeed. I picked up Rienne, I put it to my nose, and I motherfucking smelled it. And that was what I did that was very silly. Because all I can smell now is Rienne. It is quite outrageous. It is quite outrageous. Bear witness. What are we looking at here? What if Tom Ford made a pimple popping themed cologne? I'd at least try it. Excuse him whilst he hydrate. Yes, please. Please excuse me whilst I dehydrate. Thank you for your understanding. Can you imagine a Rien candle? Fuck me. That shit would absolutely slap. And not necessarily in a good way. That candle would explode. It would explode and take the world with it. The world would just pop. Mmm. How tasty. There is a little touch of apple in here, you know? Something a little bit appley. A little late to the Les Abstrait train, but excited to try my samples this week, says A. Oh. Please come back and tell us what you think. Please tell us what you think. We are waiting with bated breath. I think the heavy compositions of Papillon would make great candles. Yeah, almost certainly true. I want to try Tobacco Rose. I need to find my sample kit. I need to spend some time. I need to shred some documents, which I've allowed to build up. I need to... go through that pile of shit there and just start sifting through samples. I might just send loads of shit to loads of different people. I'll send Fliss some samples that I'm never going to use. I would tell her first, so she had the opportunity to be like, no, stop that. But, oh, excuse me. Why do I think I need to smell Parfum de Marly exclusives? Never spent time with them. Probably because some people with big breasts have told you to. And it's playing on your mind. Your human brain is thinking to themselves, these big boobs could be mine if I smell these perfumes. So you are compelled, you know. Vanilla. Just offered very little to everyone, haven't they? Yeah, I got curly says supply and demand. You've been done. I was sampling Wire on my wrist the other day, and it's a really good fragrance. Maybe Roberto Greco will take the hint to re-release this fragrance. You can still buy the like the exclusive presentation of it on Javois or Javoy if you're willing to pay 3 times what the normal presentation is. Oh, Robes did a video yesterday on Dusita's Udin Fanny. Have you tried it, Rich? Have I tried Udin Fanny? Yes, I have. I got something a little skanky, a little oody, and a little rubbery. I thought it was pretty... I just didn't really care for it, to be honest. It just wasn't. It's not my type of thing. I like animalics in some instances. They've got to be used well. That one just smelled like a fat ton of animalics. Like a shit ton of animalics. Met a 16-year-old girl with her mum and dad and had over 600 fragrances. How the fuck? You've deleted that. Who does the best vanilla? Girl on, yeah. Girl on. Man, samples of the Chanel exclusives cost a pretty penny on eBay. $16 plus, says he. Yeah. I'm not sure. $16 for what? 2 mils. Chanel exclusive prices are fucking disgusting now. And they're getting more and more absurd. And it's getting more and more absurd. 2 mil carded sample. It's ridiculous, that. It's totally ridiculous. Met her in the fragrance shop while I was buying feet and Agile. Tell her to stay away from the Serge Lutons, mate. I mean, the parents, you're right, at 16 it is the parents' fault. You know? It is the parents' fault at 16. If somebody's doing that kind of shit at 16. I mean, I was buying perfumes at 16, but I didn't have fucking hundreds. I didn't even have double figures. But I did have high single figures. I had like 8. You know? The Mind Games Queening is iris, vanilla, and cotton. It will stop you in your tracks. Very clean smell. Queening. Queening is it's very close to the word queefing, is it not? And that is frightening. I'm not sure I want to put that into the internet, to be honest, but we'll try. Let's see what Parfumo has to say about queening. Mind Games, queening. Nice bottle. Nice cap. Apple, coconut, cotton, cypress, iris, musk, rum, saffron, vanilla, and sandalwood. Christelle Lapard. Oh, there's a video. Pardon me, I beg your pardon. Mature, tasteful, tropical. Where is the saffron? Summer hint. Interesting. Apparently it's a female fragrance, but let's not let that stop us. Queefing. Queening. Oh. Nah, queening is near to me. What? Queening is linear to me, sorry. I thought you were queening for a bit there. Don't like Mind Games line, but queening is the best to me. You'd make yourself enough for a full bottle selling them, says Tim. That's nuts. I've got bagfuls of Chanel samples. Sell them on, my friends, sell them on. If you've got any of the eau de toilette ones, get rid of them too, mate. Now is the time. Perfume prices are fucking insane at the minute. It's absolutely despicable. Where is... Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Jesus Christ. I was looking for my tablets there and I was like, where the fuck are they? Give me that tablet. Had to open a bottle of tablets today. Fancy that. I don't usually like having bottles of tablets because... You know what I mean? That's no good. All that smells rien. I've absolutely fucked it here. It's gone right up my nose. That was not wise, Richard. Right, I need to remember to go to the pharmacist tomorrow. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. How many tablets do you take a day? 12, about 25, 30. Absolutely ludicrous. It's more at the minute as well because I'm taking steroids and antibiotics. I've got 2 days left of the antibiotics. Have I? Yes. Have I? Oh. Yes, I've got 2 days left of the antibiotics and steroids, so I'll be able to come off them One moment, friends. Where are we? It takes me almost 6 months to a year to decide to buy a bottle, sample, decant. If I love it, wear it. No. That's any good. I buy those exclusive decants, 10 mils for €35, but the guy doesn't have all of them, only 6. Oh no. Are any of your tablets really big or really small? Rich, I've got some new ones that are only 2 mil across. Depends what they are. The antibiotics are really big. There's another one that I've got, a slow release tablet, so that's like naturally big because to like slowly release. Most of them are just like normal size. The methotrexate ones I take on a Thursday, the poison, they're really small, which is a pig. Oh. That's a great deal. Wish there was something similar here in the States. Do you not lose track, or do you get them in a blister pack? I'm in 38 people watching and 38 likes. Thank you. Nice. I like that kind of thing. I don't lose track because I take them at certain times. I'm in such a routine with them now that I don't lose track. Actually, I'm all right. Rarely ever miss a tablet. I take a few injections as well. Don't get inflammatory arthritis. That is my advice. It is not great. I do not recommend it to you. I refuse to buy Dabba samples. Yes, refuse, resist. It just doesn't present the scent the same way an atomizer does. I totally agree. They're a fucking disaster. They're an absolute pain in the arse. And you should not be forced to deal with them. You should not be forced to have to live that way with Dabba samples. That is shit. Proper shit. But yes, I have bought 3 perfumes so far this year, and not one of them has arrived yet. So, that is a shame. It is a shame. But what can you do? Oh. Oh. Oh, I've got sore toes because I keep fucking rifling around with them. Stupid. Yeah, I hate Dabba samples. What perfumes? These perfumes will become apparent. The perfumes will become apparent when they arrive. I will make sure that you are the first to be informed, my friends. My big bottle of Haltane finally comes tomorrow. Ramsey ripped it to shreds the other day. Says supply and demand. Well, as long as you enjoy it, it's your money and you have to wear it and smell it. So, that would be fun. You know? As long as you like it. As long as you like it, that's all that matters, isn't it? I really need to smell something else because Rihanna is right up amongst us. I'll smell this because it's... I found Rose Bar Bar to be oud satin mood, right? Without the power, without the raw power. You know, I thought, I've got it on my hand here, I just think it's really, really poor. I just think Rose Bar Bar is like quite a poor fragrance. I've heard a lot about it. I had been looking forward to trying it, and I saw it in the shop today, and I thought, ooh, I'm going to give you a sniff. And I did give it a sniff. Oh, shit. I'm waiting for my synthetic jungle. I found one at a discount site at a really good price before Mal recalled them. Yeah, what the fuck's he playing at with synthetic fucking nature? Fuck that shit. I can't be arsed with that crap. You know what I mean? Why is he calling it synthetic nature now? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. Like, apparently it's licensing issues. But you would have thought that would have been sorted out before now. My newbie nose immediately thought produce aisle when I smelled synthetic jungle. I smelled it today, actually. I picked it up and whiffed it today, and I was like, ooh. No, I still really don't like it. It's got that shitty green thing going on. You know? Shitty green. Not for me. I really don't like white florals. I really don't. And I don't think that's ever going to change, unfortunately. You know, your love for a bottle is strong when the people you watch hate it to pieces and your nose stays the same. Made me with oud for greatness. Good. The best that is that if that's one thing you can take away from this me or this channel or however you want to put it, it's that you should trust your own nose and that you should buy what you like and like what you buy. It's your money and you have to wear it. And you can be influenced to try things, give things a try, but don't just go out and fucking buy things. You know, I blind buy stuff all the time, but again, it's my money. It's my... Well, I used to blind buy things all the time. I don't anymore. You know, I'm getting 3 people have just sent me a message, literally all at the same fucking second, with links. It's nice to see people are traipsing social media while I'm streaming. The scandalous waifs. What's going on here? Oh, Brienne, it's all I can smell. It has really got up my nose. Yes, within Duck and Ram we trust. Yeah, if you want to sample the stuff that I recommend, that's fine. Get to know people that whose nose you understand. You know what I mean? Even if you don't agree with it. Like, I understand Eugene's nose. I don't like all the stuff he likes. He loves white florals and stuff like that, and powders and all of that. But I know I know what Eugene means when he describes things, which is very important. Whereas there are other people who describe things and I'm like, I have no idea what you're saying. I can't relate. So if there are people out there, people like Demi Rowland and Curly Fragrance, who you understand when they say something what they mean, then that is good. That's a good fit for you. But don't buy stuff until you've tried it, for fuck's sake. Was it the normal Rihanna or the Rihanna Intense? The normal Rihanna? I think the normal Rihanna's, I want to say worse. I don't mean worse. I mean, it's like it's more. The Rihanna Intense isn't as intense as the original. Welcome, Andrej. Delta of Venus from a sample. Is it nice? Duncan says, I only blind buy super rare shit for ridiculous prices. Absolutely. Absolutely, mate. It's you and me both. That is exactly the type. Like Mikasa. I paid hundreds for Mikasa. Never smelled it before in my life. I thought, bollocks, I'm having that. Lovely, though. I haven't worn that enough this year. What else? Jules. I think I blind bought Jules. Did I pay a lot of money for Jules? Probably. Actually, I think that was back before the hideous price increases on vintage fragrances. Yeah, I was blind, but Patou Pour Homme. Don't think I'd smelled Patou Pour Homme before I bought it. Coffee doesn't reset anything, it just makes you sniff coffee. Absolutely, you're spot on. Do you ever use coffee to reset your nose after trying multiple fragrances? No, it's bollocks. The reason you go nose blind is because of the alcohol in fragrances. It's not because you have overstimulated your nose. Your nose can't get overstimulated with smells. It's like saying your eyes get overstimulated when you see too much. You know what I mean? It's not how it works. What you need to do is you need to step away from the alcohol that's in fragrances. And that will reset your nose. You need to give it time. Putting your arm in your elbow is a good idea. Sorry if you mentioned it already, but when would you say your top pickups video will be dropping this week? I will do it this week. I'm telling you, I will do it this week. It'll either be tomorrow, Wednesday, latest Thursday. I will do it this week though. Don't worry. I just need to sit and stare at the list for an hour or something and just get everything in order that I'm happy with. Because there's like 2 or 3 at the top. There's 2 or 3 at the top that I could easily pick and just say, bang, there you go. Also, I need to film the actual thing, which means I'm going to have to use a different phone. Why have I dropped the lid of this fragrance on the floor? That was deeply unwise, my friends. Oh! Only blind. Yes. Hello, FI. How are you? Hope you're doing great. I am doing great. I hope you're doing great. Sam Ram could never make me not like Hultane. Love Ram though. Yeah, that's exactly the way. That is exactly what to do. I loved Hultane for a year and never not liked it. Says Supply and Demand. Good. I've never smelled it, but I would instantly buy a Feel and Agil if I see it somewhere in the 200 price range. Because you could sell it for twice as much. Was it normal Rihanna? Rihanna Intense got out the shower and put on Derby. How's that for a change? That is a change. Jules is awesome, just not the newer version. I really don't like the newer version. Like, I really don't like it. Sniff my skin to reset. Yes. I expect lots of amber. Nose gets accustomed to smelling. Your brain mutes it down. Want to prove it? Return to the washroom a couple of minutes after you shit there and think about this theory, says Shelby. There is that. It will. You can get used to a fragrance, yes, but you can't go blind to it, you know? You can still smell it but you won't get, it won't, your brain, it's your brain that's doing that. It's your brain that's making you like less aware, whereas nose blindness indicates there's some kind of physical like reaction going on. The only reason you get a physical blindness in your nose is because of the alcohol. The alcohol acts as an anesthetic and it will make you blind nasally. Is this where the expression "my shit don't smell" came from? No. Your brain 15 minutes after doing ambroxan. Oh, the ambroxan addiction craze of the 2010s. Right up there with the opioid crisis. Store attendant hands you a coffee bean to reset your nose. I politely decline and awkwardly take a big whiff of my sleeve, says Pat. It's a total myth. It's something that people do to part of the flash of sales. It's all part of the flash. It really what you're doing is just giving your nose a rest. So I remember Dave, I did a video where he was like, don't smell, excuse me. Right, Dave, I said, don't smell more than 2 fragrances at a time when you go out to the shops. And it's not a bad point. Sorry, it's not a bad point. Tiger stuck on my nose the other day and I couldn't shake it. I'll be selling it. Which one's that? Rich, did you smell Mono de Oreo's vanilla? Yes. I wasn't a fan, but I'm not a big fan of vanilla, so my opinion may not be the most sound on the matter. You know what I mean? I don't get Tiger. Most overhyped thing ever. I don't know who it's by. I don't know what it is. Bulgari. Okay. Oh, Tiger is Francesca Bianchi. Rich, have you seen a newsionized convo regarding Monsieur Couturier? It doesn't like being bottled or atomized. No, I haven't. Tell me. I regret my smelling adventure when I go to the city every time. I smell like 30 things and can barely digest them. Yeah. I do believe your sense of smell reaches equilibrium if you have a familiar smell for too long. Like going to someone's house and it smells weird and then smell nothing. No, that's not a bad shite. What are we smoking, Dunk, says Frank. Real odd shite. Carbonated juice. Imagine carbonated perfume. Fizzy. I think anything with juniper in smells carbonated to me. Oh. I'm smelling this Oud Satin Mood from the cap and it is not blowing away the Rian. I'm just getting a whiff of both now. It's like they've both ganged up on us. Oh. Frappin La Humaniste. What of it? Sold my Frappin 1270. It was fucking smelled diabetic. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Yes, except for Musk Kublai Khan. Always make a face every time I catch a whiff. It's grim. I am selling a couple of Serge Lutton Graziels though. I've got what have I got? I have got Borneo 1834, and I have got Queer Maresque, and I'm willing to sell both. So if anyone in the UK wants them, 300 quid for the pair, or maybe it's 180 each. Real shite FCM. I tried 2 different atomizers, it springs leaks, and even with Teflon tape, and news said their reliability smells great though natural. Loewe 7 Cobalt the other day and thought it was very nice for a modern bottle. Loewe is a really good, underrated designer house. If you're looking for good quality designer perfumes at a good price, actually, and you can get them on discounters too. Loewe. But my friends, I'm going now. It has been an extraordinary stream. I have had a great time. I hope you have had a great time. It has been fun. Thank you for watching and commenting and keeping me company. And bedtime. Yes. Thank you for fun. So I will see you all. Stuart, I'll email you after the stream now. But I will see you all again soon. Thank you very much. Good night.